Hope Worldwide. Today let's see a topic from educational psychology. As we know that educational objectives emphasize on cognitive domain and affective domain, that is knowledge, skill and attitude. Today's topic is more relevant with the attitude domain. As we know that there are two important services which are pertaining to improve the behavior of the learners and also to bring a positive behavior towards their academic performance. Okay, so can you guess the topic? Yes, that's about guidance and counseling. So as we know that guidance and counseling are the two integral services provided by the expert, could be teachers or counselors, in order to bring a positive behavior in the overall development of learners, right? So today I'm going to focus about what are the different key differences between guidance and counseling. Okay, so I'm going to focus about the differences between guidance and counseling by considering all these parameters such as meaning, nature, approach, technique, purpose, provided by, deals with, privacy, mode and decision making. Okay, so let's look at the meaning of guidance. Okay, so guidance is a process of giving suggestion, giving direction or giving a piece of information, right? So I would write here process of giving information. Process of giving information. Whereas how do we define counseling? Counseling is when we compare counseling with guidance programs. So counseling is more professionalized service, right? So I would write here counseling, it's a process of giving professional advice. It's a process of giving professional advice. Okay, so that's how we can differentiate guidance and counseling. When you talk about the nature of guidance, so when you see, guidance is like, little informal. So we don't have to follow certain rules and regulations here, right? So guidance could be an informal process. Okay, guidance is informal. Okay, so because we don't have to follow structured formalities or structured principles for giving guidance, whereas counseling is considered as a formal process. Okay, so I would write here it's a formal process. Why counseling is considered as a formal process? Because we'll have to follow the instructions, guidelines and also professional standards, right? And we need to even emphasize on the ethical principles. That is why it's called as a formal process, right? Okay, so come to what kind of approach we establish in guidance. Okay, so in guidance we would go for a generalized approach. It's called comprehensive approach, or we can say that it is more extroverted approach. Okay, extroverted approach. So why it's called as an extroverted approach? Because it's more generalized type of session when we compare with counseling. Okay, as we know that counseling is more professional, so we would say the approach would be in-depth. Okay, so in-depth conversation can be established in counseling, should be established in counseling. At the same time, it is more introverted approach. Okay, so that's the difference between guidance and counseling in terms of approach. Okay, so come to the technique. What kind of technique we are using here in guidance? Usually it is a preventive technique. Okay, preventive technique, because before the occurrence of the problem we start giving guidance to people, right? So that's about preventive. Okay, so what do you mean by counseling? What kind of approach? Yes, it's more therapeutic approach. It's more therapeutic in nature, therapeutic, remedial, or therapeutic, remedial, or one more word what we can use here is like, it is more curative. Okay, so that's about the technique and its difference between guidance and counseling. Okay, so now what's the purpose of guidance? As we have mentioned in the meaning, it's a process of giving information. So what we do here is like, we'll give lots of information to the people, and we'll make the person to select the best choice or the best alternative. That's called as guidance. Okay, so purpose of guidance is enabling the person to choose the best alternative to choose the best alternative. Okay, so because one problem will have many solutions. Okay, so we'll give or we'll narrate or we'll list out what the different solutions available, and we'll just tell them to take or make a decision about the best choice. Okay, that's about guidance. So now what is counseling here? Yes, counseling is more in depth and it is a problem solving process. So in counseling, as a counselor, what we do is, like, we'll make the client to become more efficient enough and confident enough to solve the issues. Okay, so we'll assist him to take an appropriate decision there. Okay, so that's about problem solving process. Problem solving process. Okay, because we'll have to use lots of psychotherapies or scientific approach when we speak about counseling. Okay, so come to provided by. It's very simple. Who provides guidance? Guidance can be provided by anyone, any superior, any expert, parents, teachers, right? So guidance can be provided by experts. I would put it as supervisors, teachers, parents. Okay, so anyone can give guidance. So who can give you counseling? Counseling can be provided only by the experts, professional experts, counseling psychologists or professional counselors. So I would write here, provided by professional experts. Professional experts. These experts should possess both, professional qualities as well as personal qualities. Okay, personal qualities, it's not related to their personal life. It include, a non-judgmental approach or listening, active listening skill, and observation skill. Okay, so discipline, all these are very important for becoming a counselor, professional counseling psychologist. Okay, so that's about provided by. Now come to, in guidance, mostly guidance is dealing with what kind of problems? Yes, it's more relevant or pertaining to academic or career related problems. Okay, academic issues, vocational problems like career issues. Okay, so that's about guidance. Okay, whereas counseling is more relevant or related to psychosocial issues, personal problems. Okay, so I would write here more psychosocial issues, behavioral or personal problems. Personal problems. Okay, so that's about counseling. See, here I will give you an example, like, so if your student asks you a doubt, like a learner is having doubts related to the subjects, you can guide him how to arrange his, timetable or how to plan his studies further, right? That's about guidance. What do you mean by counseling? If a learner come across any kind of psychological issues, family issues, so he has to approach a counselor. Okay, so that's a simple example where you can differentiate how does it deal. Okay, so guidance deals with academic issues or vocational issues, whereas counseling is more pertaining to psychosocial issues or psychological issues, emotional and behavioral issues. Okay, so come to next, privacy. So what is privacy here? Do you think that in guidance or providing guidance you need to appreciate lots of rules and regulations? Not exactly. So what we do is, here we can say that it is more open, right? So we'll say it's generalized approach, generalized, open, more open when we compare with counseling, right? And less private. Okay, so we can't be very strict about the confidentiality here in guidance, whereas in counseling highly confidential approach is maintained. Okay, so we would put it as highly confidential. Highly confidential. Why highly confidential? Because it emphasizes on ethical principles of counseling, right? So even we'll have to take informed consent from the client, okay, because before you do or implement any kind of therapies or any kind of treatment intervention, right? So it is more confidential when we compare with guidance. Okay, so come to the next one, mode. What kind of mode is established in guidance? Guidance could be one-to-one session or one-to-many. Okay, so one-to-one or one-to-many. One-to-one or one-to-many. Anything is fine for guidance. Okay, so both the ways we can provide guidance. Whereas in counseling, what's the main mode? Yes, majority we go for individual sessions. So that's called one-to-one. one-to-one session or one-to-one mode is more practiced. Okay, unless and until it's a group therapy or family therapy, so we usually go for one-to-one session, individualized session. Okay, so that's about the mode which is used in counseling. Hope this is clear. Come to the last one is decision making, right? So as I have mentioned here, guidance is a process of giving piece of information and giving suggestions. So who makes the decision? Yes, in both the sessions, client has to make the decision, right? But in guidance, who play an important role in decision making, you know, the expert or the guide. Okay, so here I would say decision making by the expert. Okay, whereas in counseling is always, you know, counselors would focus on client centered approach. Okay, the main purpose of counseling is to make your client to be independent or confident enough to make the decision. Okay, so we would put it as client centeredness. What do you mean by client centeredness here? Client would take the decision. Okay, so we would assist him or we'll help him to solve his issues and will make him more confident enough to make a suitable or take a suitable decision. Okay, so that's how we can differentiate guidance and counseling by means of all these parameters. Hope this is clear for everyone. So please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.